one of the bonus tracks talks about God.
Right.
But I think the Whirlwind, it was all, I think, general enough that it could be embraced by everybody, but still get the message across.
I think it's just what it's supposed to be. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. How's the chemistry in the band at this moment, and how did it evolve from the debut album? Maybe as being more a loose project, starting, see what happens, and now all these years, how's the chemistry in the band?
It's great.
Did it evolve?
That chemistry, yeah, no, it is great.
I think it's good.
It's a very strong chemistry, actually. It's got better.
I think it's
maybe a bit too strong.
I think it's gotten better, especially over the last tour. I don't know. I feel like it's been.
I think as we've gotten older,
growth.
we've gotten a little bit more diplomatic or wiser or mellower, you know, right? I think probably 10 years ago when we did the first two albums, you know, we hadn't really done this before. You know, we had all been working in our main bands as our main projects, and it was a lesson in, you know, compromise and collaboration, and it was a new experience. And now having 10 years to have reflected on that experience and grown, I think we were even that much more comfortable this time. Plus, we also have known each other all these years, so there's a personal relationship that makes it that much more comfortable and fun.
Yeah, I remember when we first started being, you know, sort of, I don't know, maybe a little bit tense that, you know, we only have 7 days to do this album, and somehow I felt like, you know, because it was when I rolled in Spox, it was like, well, I better make sure this comes off, or somehow, you know.
Yeah.
But I've learned to relax and just sort of trust the process, and then it will come together because it has. But I remember before thinking, you know, I don't know, like I had to put my hands on it somehow, and I've relaxed from that. I think that's been really good.
I think we do, somehow we do seem to be quite lucky though. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with recording and putting out an album, and nothing ever has with us. You know, there's lots of things that we just kind of leave up to either one of the other member of the band, or we just think, that's going to be great when we do that, and you know.
Yeah.
I've heard lots of albums where it just didn't happen, you know.
Right.
But we always managed to kind of pull it out of the bag somehow.
Yeah, well, like for example, like the intro to Whirlwind, you know, it was like, well, we were going to do one intro and then we were going to do the other intro. Remember, at first it was going to be French horns going bum bum ba da bum bum. You know, I wanted to mention the theme that I feel like really is the main theme, which is a da 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 thing. But it was just kind of sitting there laying like flat with just the French horns and the strings. And then Roine at the final hour put in all that cinematic stuff, and when I first heard that I was just like, oh yeah, come on. You know, that's just one example of things just sort of coming together, and you just know that it's the right thing.
So this is the last real date here on High Voltage of the tour. If you look back on the tour, what are your thoughts?
Daniel.
Yeah, I think it was good. I feel more sort of uncomfortable now because we have spent a little bit of time away from it all. And just coming back for this one show feels a bit odd. There's no warming up, but we had a good acoustic run through though. I think that was really, really good.
That was fun.
For me, it was nice.
Yeah, it felt good.
Makes you know that you actually remember this stuff. It's good.
How could you not? I mean, we played 23 shows, 3.5 hours a night. I mean, it's like embedded in my blood right now, you know? Like, even having not played it for 2 months, I think it's gonna...
My mind knows it, but my hands forget.
Yeah, I'm with you there actually. I had to put some work in to refresh on certain bits. Because there's a lot of music in there. But I mean, as far as the tour goes, I think I had great fun. And I think it was a very successful tour actually.
The tour was great. I mean, musically, it was a magical experience. I mean, every night on stage, I felt like completely musically satisfied. You know, emotionally, technically, it just every night, you'd reach the end of each of those epic songs, and there was just such a feeling, between the five of us and the audience, and it was just magical. And every night, I walked away feeling like we were really doing something special. And the music is really special music, and and the chemistry between the five of us, you could feel that the audience was excited to see the five of us together on stage again, and having been apart almost a decade. So I think every one of those shows, every night, people felt like they were part of something really special.
Yeah, it was a special time.
I felt, the audience was a really important part of it, and I felt that it's sometimes it's almost like the audience, they listen with their eyes, and they are so happy. From the first note, they're just so happy to see us together. So it really, the small issues that we worry about, the monitors and stuff, and all that, or a few bum notes, they don't care. They don't care. They just love to see us on stage together. So that's half the concert, I think. And you can feel it. You can feel very, very strong.
I was also very pleased that we had, more time to rehearse, and we did a longer tour. So, towards the end of the tour, we were really, playing very well together, which is going to hopefully help this evening.
As far as tonight's concerned, to me this is just like the final encore of the tour. And
frosting on the cake.
I don't even, to be honest, I'm not so concerned about the sound or the notes or how we play. I'm just gonna enjoy one last round with you guys, before we take a break for whoever knows how long it'll be.
Me too.
Speaking about that, are there any future plans or hopes, maybe?
We haven't discussed it. I don't even know how you guys feel. Personally, I would love to do another album and tour. I would love to continue working with this band. I don't see this as a side project anymore. I see this as more of a part-time
We have
band.
our own drum skin now.
But like I said in 2001, and it still holds true right now in 2010, I would like it, in a perfect world, if I could script it, it would be a project that happens maybe every 3 to 5 years. Not something that happens annually. I want it to be something that would be special, and every time we come together, we're excited by it, and the fans get excited by it. In a perfect world, that would be my script.
3 to 5 years is probably about when you'll have your next break.
Exactly. Right.
How do you guys feel? Would you want to do another album, another tour in time?
Maybe.
If it's great, if it's fun, why stop? I can see no reason to stop.
No, I
right.
think so. I think it was a great experience.
Everything that every other band wants and dreamed about, and we have it. And why give it up?
I realized I just did an interview the other day about Transatlantic, and I think one of the things that makes Transatlantic special is that none of our careers depend on it. We all have our own careers outside of this, so when we come together to do this, it's not motivated by money, it's not motivated by sales, it's motivated by the four of us wanting to just make good music together. And that's the complete and full motivation behind this band. And because we all have our outside, day jobs, this is purely for the fun and for the love of music and of each other, and I think that's what makes this so special. It's not like our careers and our lives depend on this.
No. Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you guys. That's it. That's a wrap.
Okay. Thank you, John.